Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are looking at a biochemistry or cell biology question. As always, let's get right into it. Today's question reads, which of the following is an amphiphilic molecule? Carbon dioxide, isoprene, sodium hydroxide, ammonia, or stearic acid? As always, take a moment to pause the video and see if you can solve it for yourself. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and break this down. So step one is, of course, to understand what is an amphiphilic molecule. An amphiphilic molecule is a molecule that possesses both a polar as well as a non-polar region. So the single molecule has a polar region and a non-polar region both. So let's break down polar. Polar means it contains a dipole moment, or it interacts incredibly well with water and can be dissolved in water. A nonpolar molecule does not have a dipole moment, meaning that it is interacting with oils or fats within the body. Okay, as I said, amphiphilic means it possesses both. A portion of the molecule is best interacting with water, another portion with those fats or oils. So at just a glance, you might be able to solve this, but if not, let's break down each of these things. So let's begin with looking at carbon dioxide, right? Answer A, we see that carbon dioxide is drawn out like this. Now, even though the oxygen molecule does possess a strong dipole moment due to its electronegativity, we see that these dipole moments in opposite directions neutralize each other, causing there to be no net dipole. As a result, carbon dioxide is non-polar. But if there's no polarity at all, then it can't be amphiphilic. So we see that therefore answer A is not an option. So let's see what isoprenes are. Some of you may or not be familiar with an isoprene. Isoprenes are these structures in the body used to then create steroids, later combined to become terpenes, squalene, cholesterol, testosterone, things like that through biochemical processes. If you're familiar with organic chemistry structures, you'll know that these corners and sections here indicate carbons, which have hydrogens attached to them. Now, of course, a fully hydrocarbon molecule is another non-polar interacting with oils and fats, right? So we see that this non-polar is not amphiphilic. Isoprene does not work. So let's look at sodium hydroxide, right? Sodium hydroxide is going to be a sodium ion that is ionically interacting with a hydroxide ion, right? Sort of like magnets. I always say it's smart to think of these like magnets, positive and negative attract. Now, you could say that these are sort of polar charges because they have a full charge, a full positive and a full negative that are interacting with each other. And as a result, they can be dissolved in water incredibly well. And as we said, are polar, but they're not going to be interacting with fats, right? They're not crossing phospholipid membranes, plasma membranes. So these also do not work as being amphiphilic. Remember what we're looking for here. Let's move on to ammonia. Ammonia is going to be a nitrogen atom that has 3 hydrogen bonds and a single lone pair. This, as we can see, the strength of these hydrogen bonds going in this direction, similar to our oxygen, is a highly strong dipole, making this an incredibly polar molecule. There we go. Again, nothing here is nonpolar, and it does not possess both a polar and nonpolar region. It is a fully polar molecule, meaning that ammonia does not work. So stearic acid. Now, the giveaway here, if you were quickly doing this on an exam and trying to figure out what am I looking for right away, the giveaway is really this word acid, right? Because this is a fatty acid. And if you are familiar with the structures of fatty acids, let's go ahead and switch colors real quick. Fatty acids are going to look like this. Now, this is not stearic acid, but this is a fatty acid. And as you might be able to pretty quickly recognize, we have here on this side A very polar functional group, carboxylic acid, very polar, and a very non-polar hydrocarbon tail, right? Non-polar. Squeeze in a little N there. So this is what we're looking for, right? That is our answer. Of course, the goal is always to recognize these as a glance, which is why I mentioned really looking for that acid on the end can be a pretty quick clue in to say, okay, stearic acid, I've never heard of what this is. There's a good chance that this is a fatty acid. I know that fatty acids are amphiphilic, possessing a polar and non-polar region. There's a really good chance this is my correct answer. You can go, of course, go ahead, cross off those others to be safe. But as you can see, E, stearic acid, is the correct answer for this question. Thank you everyone for tuning in for today's lesson. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, whatever it is, wherever you're finding this video, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. As always, if you have a question, topic, or subject you'd like to see covered in an upcoming video, go ahead and post that in the comments below because you might see it in a future video. I might just be able to assist you with some of that, or you might even find a community member who's able to help you answer that question today. Have a great day, everyone. Happy studying, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.